Hey everyone, Egman here with another video. Today I've got my multicolor Paragus build that I was using on stream this weekend. If you want to look at that, it should be in the description in the little thingy up there. But yeah, this is kind of like my first. I feel like pretty confident about this deck actually. Like a first like good venture into like the multicolor cards. Let's just jump on into it. So. First, we've got the Purga Sleater. Why am I using him? And the main reason for that is that he's kind of like Broly, but instead of being really aggressive, he can be more mid-range with it. If Broly didn't have his like his permanent, you can't have more than 2 battle cards thing, I would definitely play him. But since he does, I'm using this Paragus instead. But when this card attacks, if you have a green battle card in your battle area, draw 1 card. So pretty much, which is a really easy condition to hit. Yeah, it's just draw 1 whenever he attacks, so that's really powerful. And then also active main, choose 1 card from your life, add to your hand. You can't add cards from your life to your hand for the duration of the turn. So that can be good in 2 ways. One, it can be self-awakening, so you can, if you need to awaken, whenever you want, you can use this ability. But also, if you don't want to awaken, and if you want your 1-drop to not take cards from your life on your turn, this can be a really good way to be to go more of a mid-range control strategy. So that ability really lets him go either way. So if you need to awaken as soon as possible, there's that, and then if not, then there's that as well. So really good ability. And then it's a draw 1, untap 1. Untapping 1 feels like the right amount. You usually don't need to untap more than that, and getting the draw instead, I feel, is just really flexible and kind of what you need to happen. So there's never really been a situation where I need to untap 2 instead. So it feels really good. And then the awaken side, it's kind of the only lackluster part of this leader. So permanent, you can't add cards from your life to your hand during your turn. So you just straight up can't get any from the 1-drop Broly, which is okay, I guess. Sometimes, like when you want to end the game, you kind of want to be able to dig into your life, but that's okay. And then also auto, you just get to draw a card when this card attacks. And then lastly, once per turn during battle, you can choose 1 card in your life, or no, sorry, you can choose 1 card in your hand, put it to drop area, and give a Broly BR card plus 5k combo power. So for the duration of the turn. So really, it's just kind of for like end game swings. If you have like a bunch of extra cards in your hand, you can turn one of them to a 5k combo. So kind of like lackluster, nothing super important, but. There's that. Also, like fringe, like if your opponent is trying to like minus your Brolys with like if you're going against like a baby Vegeta, you can drop a card and then it gets like a permanent power boost for the turn. So that's kind of like a fringe thing, but it can kind of do stuff. But a little lackluster, I'll say. But the main thing that this leader is just a green freezes army, so you can use the Broly chain and also like Cold Bloodless and that kind of stuff. So if you don't know what the Broly chain is, so you have this 1-drop Broly. When you play this card from your hand, if your leader card is a green freezes army, choose 2 cards from your life and add them to your hand. And then also when this card is removed from a battle area by a skill or KO'd and your leader is a green freezes army, choose 1 or 2 cards from your life, add them to your hand, then choose 1 green Broly BR with an energy cost of 4 from your hand to play it. So the taking life is not a cost, it's just something that happens, so you can use your Paragus to stop you from taking more life with this card, or also you can use if you're awakened, you can still do the chain. But yeah, really powerful, goes into the 4-drop. For this one, I decided to do the even chain, so this card gets to blow up other cards. Active battle once per turn, choose 1 card from your hand, place to your drop area, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost 2 or less, and KO it. So just being able to KO cards is really powerful, and just having this card out kind of dissuade your opponent from attacking or investing into comboing cards. So that feels really good. And also when this card is removed from your battle area, kind of the same stuff. You may choose 2 cards from your hand, put them in your drop area. So kind of can be a steep cost sometimes, to be honest. But you get the 6-drop out and the 6-drop. So it has double strike. It's a big 25k, and then permanent during battles when this card is attacking, your opponent can't activate counter skills with energy cost 2 or more. So that's nice. No Mafuba, I guess. And then also choose 1 card from your hand to place your drop area. Choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So no energy cost, active battle. Once again, these active battles can be used either your turn or your opponent's turn, so that's good. They can, same thing, can drop 2, go into the 8-drop. I'm not running this in this build. Going to this 6-drop is really more of a flex than anything. You don't really need it. I just kind of, it felt good since it was a green Broly, and then also it can be another Tragic Awakening target. Tragic Awakening is really the main reason why we go into we use this leader. So it's Sparking 7 active main for 3. If your later card is a green Frieza Army card, choose one of your energy placed in your drop area, then choose one green Broly BR with an energy cost of 6 or less from your drop area and play it. So you can get this card if you need it, but also the main target we go into is this 5-drop Broly. This is one of the new multicolor cards. It has really the win condition for this deck. So it's Alliance Red Green. When this card attacks you, you activate the skill by choosing one or more red or green battle cards in your battle and switching to the rest mode. It's one or more, so you can choose a bunch of yours. So if you have like the 6 dropout as well, you can put it to rest, and now you get you add 25k power. So anything that has 5k or more, you really want to just put to rest and add it to your energy, but discard against that, and then also gets triple strike. So you have to have at least one card out to gain triple strike for Alliance, but that shouldn't be a really hard thing to do. And also permanent. If you play this card with Evolve, this card can't be KO'd by your opponent. So we can go 4-drop into this, but we have to have a 1 red energy and 2 green. So having the 1 red energy can be kind of steep at times, but it is possible. I have done it before, but the other thing you can do is when you play one of your multicolored Brolys, you get to play this Gogeta for free. You can only have one of them in your battle area, but when this card, so you can play it for free when a battle card that is both red and green with energy cost 5 is played in your battle area. Activate the skill and you can play this card from your hand. Also, when this card is switched to rest mode by Alliance, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So that's the real big thing. So the idea is that you play this card, you get Gogeta for free, you swing, put it to rest, deal 1 damage, and then you have a 35k triple strike coming in, and then you can combo more from there as well. So that's kind of the thing. We're running yellow, so we can run battering, so we can really make sure that our opponent, our attack is going in from there. So it's pretty much a combo for hitting down your opponent from 4. And we've got a lot of pressure with these Brolys, as well as just Surprise Attack Frieza can be a really good way to put a pressure onto your opponent, especially since we have so much card destruction in this deck. And it's a critical 15k, and if you don't know, when this card is when one of your opponent's battle cards is KO'd and you don't have a Surprise Attack Frieza out, you can play this card from your hand for free, so that's really good. It can be either turn, so if you use like Shocking Death Ball, which is the negate that we use a lot of in this deck, you can just play it for free, so that's really good. And I think, and once again, we're playing these 4-drop and 6-drop Brolys, so blowing up cards for on your opponent's side of the field should be really easy. And the other thing to take note is that what is it? So, or something that I want to say, I did try like the odds, so it's like the 20k crit Broly, and then going into the 7-drop hand destruction Broly, but I just felt like card destruction in general was more powerful, so I went that route. But I did try the other one, and it just didn't work out. Additionally, I did try the new 4-drop Broly in this deck, but we rarely want to actually charge this guy. It can be just, since we're kind of like mid-range and we don't have like a lot of energy fluidity. I just felt like having this, having to pay the cost of actually putting this in energy wasn't worth the 4-drop, so we didn't play it. Which also is why we don't play the 2-drop Broly as well. But I think that's for the rest of our green stuff, we have one of the Paragus Sacrifice. I felt like this card was really good. I thought about doing the 2-drop in the Broly control mechanism, but I just felt like this guy was better. 9 times out of 10, really good at just gaining, popping this guy for 1. Also, you can pop like your surprise attacks and stuff like that. So it's just really good for cycling. And once again, we can only have one Frieza out, so we can play Frieza, attack with it 15k, pop it when it's dead, and then also after that we can go and play another one if we destroy one of our opponent's battle cards again. So kind of a weird loop there, but that can be really good. And then also our super combo is Defending Father Paragus, so we shouldn't have any issue getting to 4 life. So that's why we play this card. It's just a really good super combo. Being able to dig deep for our combo pieces just feels really good. And then if we have like dead extra cards, our dead Broly multicolors in our hand, we can just warp them. So really, really good there. What else? So for yellow stuff, we have 3 Cold Bloodlust. This card is amazing as always. Just being able to resolve 1 should be enough for game a lot of times. So that feels really good. 2 Battering Laser just for win condition. I almost feel like 3 it can be justified, but I'm only running 2. So that's really good. 2 Frieza Call. This just is helpful for making sure that we get whatever of the 1-drops that we don't have into play. Since this card only activates when we play it from hand, we don't get to take life from it, but that's not really a big deal in this deck. Two Flying Nimbus just for more yellow stuff, and Nimbus can be a really good card at making sure we survive. And then 4 Godly Destruction Whist. This is more just the a hate card for Super Shenron. But it isn't really necessary. It's just really good yellow stuff. So Ink can be comboed in that kind of stuff too. So, but this is more just a meta call than anything. So this is the deck. It's been really fun and really successful in my testing. And I don't know exactly what I'd do to change it up, but I feel like it's just it could be a tier 2 deck. I think it's a good rogue deck in the very least. So yeah, that should be it for me. Let me know what you guys think about this deck below. Once again, check out the video and the the VOD of the Twitch stream if you're curious how this deck works. And that should be it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.